Yo, what is up guys, Gray here, and today we have got a showdown live in the brand new Crown Tundra OU tier where pretty much everything is just completely busted, broken, ridiculous. There's so many things that should be in Ubers that are currently being allowed, as well as these new mons that probably are just completely broken as well. But yeah, we're going to be highlighting one of the new mons in this session. We're going to be highlighting Regidrago, which I'm struggling to pronounce continuously, but you know, it is what it is. We're running a choice specs Regidrago with 3 dragon moves and hyper beam because why not? And then we've built a very quick team around it that is terrible. It's lost every game that I've played, but we're still going to go ahead and we're going to find games with it anyway because it is kind of a fun team. And it just comes up against things like this where it's like an entire team of broken stuff. Actually, I'd say it's probably a decent OU team plus Genesect. I've actually not faced a Libero Cinderace at this point. Clefable just kind of beats Regidrago entirely. He's actually got 2 fairies, so he can't even use Regidrago basically in this game. Also, Mandibuzz kind of sucks against his team. Heatran is really good. Genesect is really good. I think I'm just going to lead off with my Naganadal and see what he wants to lead off with. He's off with Genesect. We had Choice Scarf, so I'm just going to click Fire Blast. On the they seem to want to click U-turn a lot. So as we're going to miss, which is just fantastic, you do love to see that, and we're going to be knocked out by the Psychic. Solid start to this. I could have just gone into Heatran. Heatran was always safe, but that Fire Blast 100% killed. There was no way it didn't. So we're just going to click Magma Storm on what could be a U-turn. He actually goes down to Tox Specs. That's kind of fine, as we're going to do a solid 13%. It's not really doing much. Here I just want to go into Mandibuzz. I want to pivot and go into my Swampert, as I did expect the knockoff to come out. I don't know whether or not he's going to be running. Well, he's probably going to be running rocks on Landorus, so we can just defog here. There's nothing really that he's going to think that I can do to touch him, so we should be correct, completely correct. We don't actually beat Tox Specs with this team, as he goes out into his Lando probably on my Swampert, as he actually goes for Baneful Bunker. Interesting. Don't know why you would, I guess, for a bit of toxic damage, but honestly, I just want to get my rocks up. You can go into Lando if he wants to. I just want to get my rocks up for things like the Cinderace in case it's not boots. And here I can just go for a flip turn. I think I should outspeed this Clefable. If not, then I got to put a bit of speed into this. And yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup because we really just honestly don't have a lot. As he actually goes to Cinderace, that's probably going to die to this. It nearly did. Yeah, we can just go Genesect and click Extreme Speed, honestly. I don't see any reason not to. We're fairly low ladder, so I don't know actually where we are. Let's have a quick look. Gen 8 OU, actually at 1345, that's still fairly low, but as he goes out into his Tapu Koko, I'm honestly tempted just to go for another Extreme Speed, but I do have a fairly safe switch into Swampert here. As he goes for the Brave Bird, he's physical as that Choice Banded. That did so much damage. That did far more damage than it should do. I'm going to assume that is Banded. And that means it's going to be doing a good amount of damage to itself. And that'll be one of his fairy types gone at least. But we really do struggle to break through Tox Specs without the Swampert, so I'm actually going to go Heatran. That 100% look Banded from the damage that it did. And do I want to double out into Swampert? He's going out into Tox Specs. He's going out to Landorus. Okay, if I just click the Magma Storm, this thing will be pretty struggling. But it is what it is. Honestly, I just want to go Mandibuzz. He can go out into his Tox Specs and not into his Tox Specs. He's probably going to stay in EQ, or he clicks Explosion. Okay, so Landorus is gone. And my Mandibuzz that realistically doesn't do anything in this game is in a pretty good position. I'm just going to click Foul Play. Like I said, it doesn't really do anything in this game. He's got Clefable, Koko, and Tox Specs left. It's not breaking any of those, so I'm happy for my Mandibuzz to be sacked off in exchange for him to probably go into Tox Specs. If I can just get rid of his 2 fairy types, then Regidrago can do something. However, I do have to get rid of his Clefable first, which is easier said than done. He goes into Koko. Honestly, does Choice Band E-Speed kill from here? I feel like it might. I kind of do need this for the Clefable though. It doesn't ever break through Toxapex. So you can just sit, like, go in between his Clefable and his Toxapex core, but honestly, that might be fine. I'm just going to go Genesect. I think that Choice Band E-Speed should kill from here. Like, it's not got the best physical defense in the world, so he may also just opt to switch out into his Toxapex, which is a fine play. Yeah, it just kills. So that's one of the fairies down for Regidrago to actually be able to click a move. He goes out into his Genesect and he gets the attack. Okay, I need to just very quickly do this. Lower my Spadef, because I don't want this thing to be constantly getting attack boost. Actually, is this one special? We saw Psychic. Saw Psychic in U-turn, who knows? I'm just going to Heatran anyway. As he goes for the Thunderbolt, that does nothing. And I kind of want to go for a Scorching Sands as he just forfeits. Cool. He could absolutely just stall me out with Toxapex, I think, in that game. Toxapex and Clefable kind of just beat me, but you know, we'll take those. We take them. This is a terrifying team. Broken Mon Spectria, Broken Mon Naganadal, Broken Mon Landorus, Broken Mon Magearna. Then there's an Incineroar for some reason. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Basically can't click a move with Regidrago until the I want to say Meloetta. What's the thing called then? Magearna. Until Magearna goes down. Honestly, I just want to set up Rock's turn one. If he leads off with Rillaboom, it's not ideal. It's not ideal at all, but we can go into our Mandibuzz. Should be able to take any hit from it just fine. So he leads off with Landorus. Do I try to get my Rocks up here? Rocks are pretty nice against this team. He doesn't actually look like he's got any removal, so he clicks U-turn. Before I had Pheromosa on this team instead of Mandibuzz, and Spectria was an issue. Once it got one kill, I lost, so I had to bring in Mandibuzz because it's like the only way of me actually dealing with Spectria. As he actually goes on to McGee, and that's a nice read. I don't want to potentially deal with a Scarf variant, so I'm just going to go hard Heatran. And I can click Magma Storm fairly free against this team. He doesn't have a great switch in outside of Incineroar, but that's going to get slowly worn down. I guess Naganadal could be a switch. He actually tricks. Like, that's choice specs. Okay, you know, I'm actually kind of fine with that. I'm just going to click Magma Storm. And this Incineroar is going to take a ton of damage. Yeah, I mean, it has a crit, but it still did take a lot of damage. And I'm just going to go hard Swampert. So he knocks off my leftovers. That's very rude of you, but I'm fairly free just to flip turn. So he actually stays in. It's kind of surprising. I'm going to go out into Mandibuzz. Maybe U-turning himself, I guess. So he actually Will-O-Wisps. That's very unfortunate for me. Do I try a U-turn? I could just U-turn. Like, he's giving me Instant Incineroar, which is his one switch into Heatran. So I'm kind of fine with that. I'm going to go back into Swampert, probably on another knockoff. Yep. And this turn we should just be able to knock it out with a flip turn. Do I want to stay in? I don't see any benefits of staying in. I'm just going to go for a flip turn. The crit didn't matter. I did 33% last time. He doesn't have a good switch into Heatran, but at the same time, he can just go into Landorus, and I don't have a good switch into Landorus. Especially because my Mandibuzz is now burned. I really want to stop him from going into Magearna. I actually think Naganadal is like the best middle ground. Because if he goes into his own Naganadal, then he's going to be taking a Draco Meteor unless he is Scarfed, and then it's a speed tie. So he may go into Magearna. In that case, I just want to get damage off. I could also just go into Heatran. As he does go into Naganadal, I guess this is probably a speed tie, and he wins a speed tie. I should have just gone into Heatran. Honestly, should have just gone Heatran. I had no reason not to. Here he does not take Magma Storm well at all. So I pretty much just claim a KO with Magma Storm. I should have just gone into this. Like, it would have taken that Draco Meteor just fine. I don't know why I decided to risk him being Scarfed. As he actually just forfeits as well. People are just quitting. We're going to find another game. Like, we're only 9 minutes into this Showdown Live, and we've already had 2 people forfeit. They've been very quick. This man has Mimikyu as his... that's a hard counter to my dragon, to my Regidrago. He has Mimikyu, but once the Mimikyu goes down, nothing on his team wants to take a dragon move. What has he got for Genesect? Honestly, I guess he got Zapdos. What am I talking about? I'm going to lead Genesect. I see no reason not to. So he leads off with Lati. This thing has Mystical Fire. I'm not about to fuck with that. I'm going to go Heatran. It can have Aura Sphere if it wants, but give me that Flash Fire boost. And I'm just happy clicking Magma Storm. Even if this is Aura Sphere, I should be able to 1v1 it. Unless it's Aura Sphere and Roost. As it goes down to Tentacruel, that doesn't take a lot at all, but it is, at the end of the day, still a Tentacruel. So I'm going to go Swampert. And this gives me a chance to just click Flip Turn on the probable Rillaboom switch, what I would assume is going to come in. I could also click Rocks, because Rillaboom doesn't really scare me that much. As I probably proceed to lose to Rillaboom, he goes out into Lati, which is interesting. He's seen that my switch in is Heatran, so I'm going to go into my Mandibuzz as a mid-ground. Because it's also Spadef, and honestly it doesn't necessarily check anything else on his team. So I'm kind of happy taking this. That is not Life Orb at all. And I just want to Roost. I know the Tentacruel is probably... I thought the Zapdos was going to come in. I don't know the Tentacruel is going to come in. That's a weird play on his part, but I'm just going to click U-turn. See Rapid Spins. That's absolutely fine. I can then... Honestly, I could just go Genesect and click E-Speed. I could pretty much click anything at this point with that, and it will claim a kill. Actually, you know what? We're showcasing Regidrago. So we're going to go into this, and we're probably going to see Mimikyu come in, so I'm going to go hard Mandibuzz. No, Mimikyu's coming in. It's 100% coming in. Let me just go hard Heatran, and I'm going to just click Scorching Sands, because he may want to go out into his Tentacruel again, and getting a burn off on that will be really nice, because he's getting way too much passive recovery. If he goes into Lati, then I guess that's a good play. That's just Swords Dance. What can this do? +2, Drain Punch. So he actually goes out. I get out into my Swampert, which is not necessarily obviously bad for me. He goes for Shadow Claw. I'm going to take that just fine. I am physically defensive. And effectively, his Mimikyu now is just dead, and his one switch into Regidrago is dead. Swampert doesn't necessarily have much of a role in this game outside now checking Sizzle, I guess. But at this HP, it's never checking Sizzle. So it is what it is. I'm going to go onto my Mandibuzz. As he goes for a Swords Dance, that is not the play, so I'm going to click Foul Play. And we do not take that. Holy shit, that did so much damage. I thought I was going to take it because I forgot I'm not... I thought I was physically defensive. I am not physically defensive on this. We can go out to Naganadalo, and honestly, just kick Fire Blast. He could go Tentacruel. I kind of want to just Draco. Oh, Draco's fine. He goes Tentacruel. And we do hit. That's not going to do enough, though, on the second one. Unfortunately, he's getting too much recovery. I'm just going to go into Swampert. I think it may die to the Scald, but we can also get some recovery, which will be really nice later in the game for things like Sizzle. And I need to Flip Turn and just get back into Naganadal, I think. Because how much does that Draco do? 47? He should be in range of that. Okay, yeah. And I can just click Draco again. There's not really a switch in on his team. Like, Sizzle is resistant, but it doesn't... Okay, if it's Spadef, it takes it relatively well. I feel like going hard Heatran is way too obvious. He's probably got superpower on this. Yep, there you go. So I'm pretty happy to sack that off. And now I can actually bring Regidrago in. And I can just click Dragon Pulse and something dies. I click Dragon Pulse and something dies. Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. If I just click Dragon Energy, something would die, but in case you wanted to stay in just superpower again, it probably would put me in like a good range to to not be able to do as much damage as Dragon Pulse. I don't know, he's at -1. Possibly not. Just clicking Dragon Energy may have been the play, but we just seen how much damage that did. Here I'm going to go hard Heatran. He may have the... okay, I'm going to assume at this point he doesn't have Aura Sphere. He may be just hiding it, but... I don't think he stays in, so I'm just going to go back out into my Regidrago, and I get to claim another kill basically with Dragon Pulse. As he Sludge Bombs, that's not going to do enough damage, and we do pick up a KO. Really good showcase for Regidrago, because it's just doing so much damage. This mon, it hits so hard. It OHKO'd Volcanion in one of the other games that I played. It's kind of nuts. Sure, it's like no coverage at all, but like once you get rid of a fairy type, even like the switch-ins aren't switch-ins anymore. In case he doesn't want to go for Bullet Punch here, I'm just going to attack, and look how much damage that did. That's just absurd. Is he Choice Scarf, Lati? He might be Choice Scarf. I mean, if he's Scarf, then I can just click Draco at this point. I can just click Draco. If he wants to go Sizzle, he can go Sizzle. But, like, pretty much Naganadal should be able to clean up this game. Like, he's got to assume that I'm Scarfed here. And Draco will 100% kill Lati, like, unless it's Habanberry. Unless he's been, like, hiding the Dragon Resist Berry this entire time, bluffing it as a Choice Scarf. Kind of big brain plays that you expect at 1300 on the ladder. It's either that or he's just going to time a stall, because he doesn't want to lose. There we go. Draco's going to kill. Rillaboom can come in. I'm at -1, so honestly, firstly I need to change my Genesect can clean up this game with E-Speed, I'm pretty sure at this point. Do I want to get this kill, because then it leaves me very weak to Rillaboom? I can just go Heatran, honestly. I feel like that's my best play. I don't know what set this is. It's not banded because he switched moves earlier, but yeah, it may be banded. Maybe he just doesn't think yet. Like, it's maybe slow bulky, but honestly, I think Heatran just cleans up this game. Like, unless I miss every Magma Storm, there is no chance that he lives on. So yeah, we're gonna find one more game. Yeah, we'll find one more game. It's been a fairly successful live after I lost every game prior to it, but then again, we're not exactly playing like top tier players. This is a terrifying team. That is a Regieleki with probably Rising Voltage, and my ground type I need to keep alive for that. He doesn't actually have much for Regidrago. I'm tempted to lead off with it. You know what? Fuck it. We lead off with it. See these off of Lando? He's probably going into the Coco, but do I mind that too much? I do have a Heatran. I'm just going to Dragon Pulse. He actually goes into Heatran. This should take a good chunk. That takes 30%. That's kind of nuts. What do I have for a Heatran? Honestly, I could keep just spamming Dragon Pulse. That is also a thing. If I weaken this, then Genesect can be really good in the late game, so I'm actually going to keep clicking Dragon Pulse. So he goes for a Lava Plume, that's doing no damage. It doesn't get the burn as well, which is always really nice. So he does now go into the Coco. Like, it was bound to happen. Also, I need to change my skin, because for some reason, it doesn't come up with the terrains in the background, and that is really annoying. Just going to go into my Heatran. He can U-turn here if he wants. He just goes Dazzling Gleam. Regidrago is a threat that needs to be taken out, obviously. And either his own Heatran or maybe the Lando comes in. As Ellie is challenging me to a game, I might do that at the end. But honestly, if the Heatran comes in, am I too worried? No. I'm just going to go for a Magma Storm, and the Lando should dodge it, as I've missed like every single one to this point anyway. I'm going to go into my Mandibuzz. It doesn't have the amazing matchup, so clearly predicting the EQ there. I mean, yeah, to be fair, he probably was going for EQ. It's fairly standard. So he actually just sets up the Stealth Rock. Not what I was expecting, but I'm just going to go out into my Genesect. I'm going to click Ice Beam, because his ice resists are Cure him, and that is dead. Awesome. So that's one thing that stops Heatran out of the way. We just have a Pheromosa, you know, that little thing that destroys my will to live. Honestly, I don't have a switch into this. I've just got to revenge kill it with E-Speed. But he doesn't have a good E-Speed switch in because the Heatran is weakened. Honestly, I still don't want to keep Regidrago. What is this thing? You know what? As much as a showcase for Regidrago, it's just not. It took one. That is absurd. I don't know how it took one. He's very weakened now. He's at -1 even. I'm just gonna click Dragon Pulse. Like, if he wants to kill me, he can kill me. Like, at the end of the day, I come in and I go into Genesect. Like, this is always my play. I just click E-Speed. I'm at +1 as well, so yeah. I was in a battle before where somebody decided to stay in with their Pheromosa on a Genesect at -1, so I'm not making that mistake again. This will do a good chunk. Yeah, that's a good damage. I'll take that. I could have predicted that, but like I said before, I faced somebody with Pheromosa who decided to stay in because, you know, it's a low ladder. I'm going to Mana Buzz. I'm just going to get rid of these rocks as he goes for Earth Power. Clearly predicting my own Heatran to come in. I'm just going to defog. I have no reason not to. He can try and set up rocks again if he wants to, but I am going to be quicker. And I'm just going to U-turn out. I do have speed for Rotom, I think it is, so I should always be quicker than Heatran unless it is a max speed offensive one. Could be Choice Scarf as well. Choice Scarf eruption does much damage, but he's going to stay in. I'm tempted to go out to my own Heatran, but I think he's just going to set up rocks again. If that's the case, do I want to bring in Swamp? I don't ever want to bring in Swampert, unfortunately. He actually goes for Lava Plume. We don't die to a Scorching Sands, I don't think, so. Or Earth Power. Does that do enough? That does enough. I don't know if the crit mattered there, but that's one more thing that checks Genesect out the way. Honestly, it's looking really good at this point. Do I want to keep this around? I kind of want to keep it for the Coco. Have I got anything else to deal with Coco? I got Swampert, but I want to keep Swampert for the Regieleki because that thing does just so much damage, it's absurd. I'm just going to go Mana Buzz, I think. Yeah, I'll go Mana Buzz. He doesn't have a Sludge Wave switch in anymore, so though that's going to do so much damage to me, he is now putting himself in range of the Extreme Speed. I say of Extreme Speed, like it's always dying to Extreme Speed. He went for the Ice Beam. We could have actually lived that. I'm somewhat surprised that we didn't. But yeah, we go Genesect again. We click E-Speed. He may go into Cure him, but I have no reason to predict around it. Pheromosa's gone. That is a big threat to my team. So he goes out into the Coco. Honestly, I'm just going to go Heatran. And he's going to U-turn. Probably into the Regieleki, I would have thought. Yep. This thing honestly cannot touch Swampert at all. This is why I've kept it around. As he goes Rising Voltage, yeah, it's going to do nothing. And I think I want to set up rocks. I know it's late in the game, but I want to set up rocks for the Cure him. Also can chip away things like the Coco and the Regieleki to a point in which they're going to be in range of especially his Dragon Dance. I probably should have gone hard Naganadel thinking about it, but I want to Toxic this. He goes for Fusion Bolt. Actually, that does take me out. Naganadel's going to be quicker. I can go for a Draco. And we take that out. Okay, so he's just got his electric types, and Swampert should be able to deal with those two. Yeah, I'm just going to go Swampert. Do I want to go Swampert here? I mean, yeah, because Regieleki is going to be outsped by Choice Scarf and Naganadel anyway, so even if we take damage, it's not the end of the world. So he's just going to forfeit as well. So, as you can see, Ellie is challenging me. You know what? We'll accept it. She's using a Ditto. I appreciate that. Crawdon is like terrifying for my team, not gonna lie. No Fairy type though, which is real nice. I'm just gonna lead off with Regidrago, and I'm gonna click buttons. She can probably hear me from the other room, in all honesty. She has the upper hand. you could say that she has the high ground, but technically we're on the same level, so... am I going to have to put a timer on? Oh yeah, that excuse. Wow, imagine swearing in my video. I must ask, where is your switch into this? I do not believe her switch in exists. She goes Magnezone, I'm pretty sure that takes like 70%. Yeah, that just that just took so much damage. And goodbye Magnezone. And she goes down to Ditto. She's probably going to go for her own Dragon Energy, which is terrifying against my team because I didn't put Fairy type. At least we know it's going to be Choice Scarf, so it's not nearly as bad. What's more valuable in this? Honestly, Heatran's more valuable, so I'm going to go into my Mandibuzz. We take 66 from that. That hurt a lot. However, I can just roost up a couple of times and waste her PV. Because, no wait, she's Scarfed, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But, yeah, this thing is a problem for my team. Mandibuzz is gone. But again, she doesn't really have much of a Dragon Switch in. So, I'm going to Fire Blast, expecting the Genesect to come in. You know what? This is a threat. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Fuck it. we Fire Blasting anyway. But the Ditto, I think she probably still wants to keep. As the Crawdon, she sacks the Crawdon. Why would you go Crawdon there? I'm so confused. She goes Swampert. She can knock off here, absolutely. That does ridiculous amount of damage, like genuinely absurd amount. And I can just sack this, and then go into my Regidrago. And I just want to click Dragon Balls at speed. Okay, is that Choice Scarf? That must be Choice Scarf. We're just going to Draco this. We should have just Draco before. I don't know why she went Genesect. Like, honestly, I have no idea why she didn't go Genesect. Makes no sense. We've already used to Pheromosa at this point. And she gets the attack raise, which... Big yikes. We got a Heatran, though. Which... is going to times for it. You probably heard her in the background. Like, she's... I've closed up both doors, so you can't hear her. You probably still hear her. I'm just going to Toxic this thing. Do I want to talk? Yeah. I could go hard Naganadal and just predict the Dragon Dance, but... you know what? I think Genesect can probably take one. Genesect can take one. Oh, it can take two. That's big. There is no Iron Head switch in for you. Once again, welcome back, Heatran. And Pheromosa is going to claim a kill here. I'm just going to go Naga. I think Naganadal is the best switch into this. She goes for Drill Run. That's fine. I effectively have to go into Genesect every time. This thing is just too big of a threat. But E-Speed, honestly, it's not gonna 2-hit KO. It's Genesect that's coming in. Never mind. I'm gonna get a crit. I'm gonna outskill my opponent. And I'm just gonna click E-Speed again. She goes for Blaze Kick. Okay. So we lose to Pheromosa, which is fairly standard, really. Maybe it's High Jump Kick and we can try and outplay it. I don't think it's going to be High Jump Kick. Ellie is the weirdest player I've ever played, in that she literally makes the dumbest plays and gets rewarded. So I talk shit though. She's a good battler, but I'm not even going to drop a GG. You know what? Just to be toxic, I'm gonna say bad game. Yeah, fuck you, Ellie. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed the showdown live, then please do leave a like below. With the bonus battle against Ellie, this team is just bad. Honestly, if you want to use it, then it will be linked down in the description below, but it's not good. It's really not good at all. I should probably start using teams that other people have actually spent time building. So expect that with the next teams that I'll be using. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like and subscribe. The support is greatly appreciated. Until next one, have a great day, guys.